He's an entertainer, an artist, the star of a one-man show.
The stage is always his.
He calls himself a lion. Sometimes he calls himself the GOAT. Well, now the biggest ego in world sport meets, well, a similarly proportioned ego. On centre stage, it's Zlatan Ibrahimovic, uncensored. Zlatan, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I can't think of anybody better suited to do an interview for a show called Piers Morgan Uncensored than you.
I think I'm the perfect guy for you.
Do you feel like you've always been uncensored?
I feel, I've been myself always, even if people think I try to act or something, but I think I see and I say, so wrong and right, I'm being myself. I think it's very important.
Will I get to the real you in this interview?
100%. You put the level.
You've just retired.
Yes.
Something I don't think you probably thought would ever happen. You worried about it happening. You were concerned about it happening. What's the reality been like?
I just retired 3 months ago, and I agree with you that if I wanted it or not is different, but I accepted it because in the end I was not feeling good. I could have continued suffering in physical way and keep going, but I wanted to feel good and I didn't want to have a consequence after my career where I'm limping or I cannot do things with my boys. So I choose to stop, and I think I stopped in the right moment. But to be honest with you, when I see all the other strikers out there, I could still play because I would do much more than them and better than them. And that's not for my ego, that's facts.
You want to name some names?
I could give you many names, probably 95% of them out there. So
You think you're better than 95% even now?
I am better, I don't think.
I'd take you at Arsenal. I would take you at Arsenal.
Okay, could be. I had a chance to go there.
I
but
know you do. We're going to come to that. It breaks my heart. I can't even think about it. We're at the Shaftesbury Theatre, one of London's great theatres here. You're used to being on the big stage. This is one of the big stages of theatre. It's an empty crowd. There's no one here.
Yeah, just
a few people.
You should have brought me the crowd.
Well, I wanted to see how you felt.
I would make them bounce.
But you would.
100%.
How are you going to deal with not having the big crowds? Being on the big stage with a big crowd and now this?
I think I don't need that. I've been doing it for 20 years, 25 years. I played in front of 90,000. And I made them bounce, I made them cheer, I made them whistle, I made them hate, I made them love. So all these things, and I don't have that ego that I need attention now because I am who I am. I'm remembered for what I did on the field, so I'm not looking for attention. I'm not looking for get recognized and all those things because, or else I would choose to be a commentator. I would do those things that you have these ex-players doing because they're doing it because they still miss the attention. They want to be seen in front of the camera, and I understand them because when you're on the field, you feel alive. And when you go there, you get this adrenaline. You feel the grass, you feel the duels, you feel the heat, you feel the atmosphere, and then depending on what kind of player you are, I'm a very emotional player when I'm on the field, so I switch from one thing to another thing. And but now it's a different thing. Now I will live let's say a normal life, and hopefully a normal life. And
what do you want to do? Have you worked it out yet?
I'm doing more. I mean, now 3 months has gone, so I'm doing more things now than I did when I was active. So I have my collaborations. I do different things and different projects. I'm a little bit curious about the acting thing because I've been trying some things in front of the camera. I mean, I'm not shy. If I'm a good actor, I don't know. I don't think.
I could see you playing a James Bond villain.
Villain, yeah.
Yes.
I would smash James Bond, but he could win in the end. I'm okay with that. But during the movie, I would smash him,
Yes.
and then probably I would lay somewhere 2 meters under the ground, which is okay.
Because when you smile, you light up the room. You're very charming. You seem a very nice guy. When you don't smile, yes,
I look sharp.
You have a very severe face, which I've seen on many a football field. You could be a good villain, I think.
I think also, and for my English also, I sound like a, I don't know, criminal Russian type. So could be. But I'm interested. I'm curious, like to see how it works, and why not? I mean, just to try some different things.
At your last game, AC Milan supporters obviously going crazy for you. You made a very emotional, heartfelt address. It was very moving, actually. And at one stage, it was interrupted by the Verona fans booing you. And you stopped. You stopped talking to your fans. And you addressed the Verona fans and you said, keep booing. This is the biggest moment in your year, seeing me.
Yes.
I love that. Very
I
Zlatan.
mean, that was me being me, exactly.
Yeah.
That was me being me. And like I said, you whistle, you cheer, but for them was the moment of the year because seeing me is not for everybody. So that's the way they enjoyed it. Because remember, if they whistle you or talk bad about you, it's because you're number one.
Did you play better when you were in front of home supporters cheering you, or when you were away, somewhere like Inter Milan, where they wanted to kill you?
I mean, when you play on the highest level, you need to fight trigger points because obviously after a while you get used to one thing, and then when you're used to one thing, you don't get triggered the same way. Obviously, you're a professional guy. You go out, you do your job. But for me, it was about getting triggered. I needed to get adrenaline. And playing home could be the fans, could be the opponent. I needed to find trigger points where I trigger myself and I became more active. But I have to admit that away games, I feel alive. I feel very alive. Where the night, let's say away against the Inter, which is still my home because it's my stadium still, and 90,000 whistling you, I feel alive. Because
I feel with you, Zlatan, that your whole life has been a fight.
Yes.
And that's the way you've actually liked it.
Yes.
You were brought up in an environment like that. You played football in that environment. You were at your best when you were in a scrap. And it was interesting going over your life and reviewing it. You actually said you viewed football as you viewed life. It's a fight, you said. And of course, you're a Taekwondo black belt as well. So you do actually know how to properly fight. I need to be angry to play well, you said. I need to shout and make some noise. And then your co-writer on your autobiography, David, he said, complex is the best way to describe Zlatan. On the one hand, he's a strong warrior type who knew he had to be very tough to survive. So he takes on fights all the time because he's always had to. But another part of him is vulnerable. He's a guy wounded by his upbringing. He uses all that to create strength for himself. In his position, 99 guys out of 100 would have gone under, but he used his anger to make himself better.
That's true.
You think that's an accurate
I think it's a correct picture of me because even if I'm not in a fight, I'm looking for a fight because it's something that I get a kick off, I get adrenaline off, and where I came from, it was about survival mode. I mean, the strongest guy would survive, and to survive, you needed to be tough. You needed to show you're tough, and that's where I came from. But I brought it in my game also, and I had moments where it was going against me, moments where it was giving me advantage, and all around me they were talking. Like it always says, media, they criticize you, they talk shit about you, and they want to have something to say. But that was me. If I would not be like that, I would not be where I came, or maybe sit here and speak to Piers Morgan. So,
will I get a better interview out of you by being nice to you, or if I start yanking your chain, insulting you a bit, roughing you up a bit? Will I get the real Zlatan then?
No, you will get the real Zlatan in any question. I mean, if you're looking for something, I will give it to you. If you just keep it on a simple way, I still give it to you because I have a lot of experience. I mean, in front of media, I gave them shit, they gave me but I'm enjoying it that moment. I think I had moments where media thought that I have some kind of acting thing image because I want to do hardcore image for the media, and then I'm soft on the inside. But I'm not afraid to say what I think. I'm not afraid to do what I believe in. Then afterwards they give you or nothing. I mean, it's me. I cannot change me. I'm not here to be beautiful or to be perfect to somebody. I think being yourself is perfect. You will do mistakes. You will learn from your mistakes. And you will still do mistakes. So I think it's important being yourself. I came to America. I saw actors. I saw big shots trying to make the perfect image. And I go to one of the show and they're like, where's your crew or entourage? And I'm like, what about my entourage? No, but normally, like famous people, they come with 20 people. I say, you're here for me or my entourage? For you. I'm here. So I don't need them to make my image. I'm here for myself. So that's why I always say, be yourself. Being perfect is being yourself. And
Authenticity has a power to it, I think.
I think so, yes. And me getting angry and that's me. I need to get fired up. So that's how I bring out sharpness. That's how I bring out the best out of me when I walk on fire. Because if you make me feel too comfortable, I'm playing to win. And to win, I will destroy you. I will do everything to win. And I need to win. Because when I win is my proof that I am alive. And that's wherever I came, I was like that. But then I had situation where I have teammates, they would crack, they would not make it.